Yeah, I mean, even as of just yesterday and recently, I've been having profound, incredible experiences, spiritual awakenings, connections that I can't even explain. I'm breaking them down right now. But for you, I know you've come up with some profound realizations about the nature of reality and what God is and how we're connecting. And I want to talk about some of the things you kind of sent me in those talking points, like how Ash Wednesday symbolism is kind of blacking out the third eye, and the different connections, like the Golden Rule, Creator Gods, etc., that you were talking about in your email.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's kind of where things happened, starting to connect the dots. I think the golden rule was the first thing that I realized in all these religions. Do unto others as that you would have them do to you. Do to your neighbor as yourself. Those things were echoed throughout. So basically, and then you have the law of attraction and some of the hermetic principles that connect as well. Whereas, what you're putting out there is coming back to you in some form or another, basically. So, um, you want to put the best foot forward, if you will. So, yeah, I mean, just kind of connecting the ancient wisdom with what's hidden in the text that that we actually, that is promoted, that is put out there. I'd still say probably to this day the Bible is the most read book,
Mm.
overall. So you can, if you can be able to explain some of these principles to people as they're kind of awakening, maybe from out of Christianity, or just expanding their view. Um, I've actually talked to many Christians who are more like embracing Orthodox, and we're not going to church. It's a much different perspective that people are incorporating, I think, now.
Yeah.
But some of that just comes from all these connections. The golden rule. Yeah.
Now, I used to. I grew up Catholic as well. I did the whole Ash Wednesday thing, and what you wrote there really resonated with me. How it's kind of blacking out your third eye when they put this cross on your forehead, and I've never thought about that before. So it kind of rung a bell. I'm like, huh, that's very interesting. How did you make this connection? And maybe could you go any? Did you get any deeper insights into what's going on there?
Well, I did. Let's say I did do some research on the topic to see if there's anything that connected with my initial intuition on that. But really, it was purely an observation. Because I grew up around it too. Some of the Pentecostal and the more like newer churches, if you will, don't do the ashes, but I was surrounded by the Catholic Church as well. So uh, my senior year, I graduated from Notre Dame. So uh, Ash Wednesday was definitely a thing. Pretty much everyone at the school had this, black cross. But it was really this year, growing, growing, growing. And then just seeing people again with it this year, I started to think about, the Hindu symbolism of the third eye dot, and where that's placed. Just so happens to be at that same exact spot where you're blacking out with a
Yeah.
cross. Oh, an X, right? It's
Right.
you're
That is.
canceling, if you will. So,
Yeah.
in order to be initiated into this Lent ceremony, if you will, first you must X out your third eye, um, because that side of you is not welcome in this perspective.
Right. Man, that
So,
makes too much sense whenever you look at it like that, you know?
yeah, I mean,
It's
it was
pretty
purely
incredible.
just an observation, and then the more I thought about it, I just went deeper down that, as far as just from a pure symbolism aspect. If everything is symbolism, if symbolism's out in the open, this is how they show themselves. Well, it's a pretty telling symbol,
Yes.
to
And I
to
mean, isn't it kind of daunting to know that basically evil has hijacked some of the most sacred things like Catholicism, religion, the Catholic Church, the Vatican. There's been an infiltration of major evil in what is supposed to be and is portrayed still as divine and holy to the masses every day, and most people don't realize that they are being deceived through their own religious practices.